What's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley here on a ton of social platforms going live. I know a lot of people do this all the time. I don't. A lot of my stuff is recorded, so I figured I would hop on and do some live stuff on a Sunday morning, see how it goes. I got it on Facebook, on my personal. I've got it on my ML Sports Platter, and I've got it on the Twitter feed as well. Next time, maybe I'll jump a little Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm going to kind of monkey around with it, but I talked about this a while back when I finally started to get some time and doing a lot more of the video stuff. I really was hoping to do a lot more live across platforms as well. So, well, I don't want to go. Let's see here. Yeah, they're asking me to go live. I need a premium account on Twitter. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, we'll remove it. And then we're going to add Instagram. That's what we're going to do. We're going to save our changes. And we're just going to see what we're doing here. Hang on one second. Yeah, we're just going to go live. That's what we're going to do. Anyways, having some problems with YouTube is on as well, so that's fine. So going a little YouTube, going a little Facebook. Apparently, I need a premium account for Twitter, so we'll leave that. So wanted to kind of break down one series each in the division series for Major League Baseball. Spent about 8 to 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more. The first one was Cleveland and Detroit. I mean, obviously, if you watch this game, I saw the first couple innings, and it was like, okay, on to some college football, because Cleveland comes out, bang, 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 and they looked the part. Remember, rest versus rust. I talked about this all week long. Guardians, Yankees, Dodgers, Phillies. How would they come out when all these teams have been playing for days, weeks, months, fighting for their playoff lives? And baseball is such a daily thing. It's a daily grind. The players are used to playing every day. They want to play every day. Live pitching, live at-bats, live games, live this, live that, live travel. And Detroit had been doing this for a long time. They've been the hottest team in baseball for the last 3-4 months in the AL. Certainly the Mets can take that title in the NL. But Cleveland was ready, and Cleveland came out swinging. They were aggressive. They were fast on the base paths. And they were ready to go, and they won it 7-0. So kudos to Cleveland. Now in the Mets game, so the Guardians are up 1-0, and in the Met game, Zach Wheeler's pitching incredibly well, and I'm like, when's he going to go out of the game? Because the Mets want to. Now I know they don't plan this, like, oh, let's be down by a run in the 8th inning. Let's just not hit and not do anything, right? Plan. Let's just play a little piss poor for 6 to 8 innings, and then we'll catch on, because that's what we like to do. Let's plan on it. Nobody plans on anything. You go out, you play, you try to win the game. But the Mets, it almost is like a weird thing, right? The Mets feel like they want to be in this situation. They thrive in this situation. Sure enough, hits left, hits right off the end of the bat. Nimmo to left, Vientos, all these guys getting involved, hitting becoming contagious. 5 runs in the 8th inning. And then they get another one in the 9th, and the Phillies got one in the bottom. And they win it 6-2. The bullpen holds it down. Senga only gave them 2. Again, my deal with the starting pitching in today's day and age. It drives me crazy. But that is certainly something to look at and go, they get down in a game, they don't care. Remember, the elite of the elite in sports history, they can dominate you in 2 ways. Probably more than 2. But the 2 main ways, the Jordans and the Tigers and the Serenas and the Phelpses and the Sid Crosbys and the Gretzkys, those kinds of athletes, they can just purely dominate you because they're that good, that elite. Or when they don't have their best, there's a little bit of a door that's open, right? What happens? You kind of come in. Oh, nope. And Scotty Scheffler played golf this year this way. Doors open a little bit. Bang, birdie. Goodbye. Kind of like Tiger Woods in the 2000 PGA against Bob May. Let him in, makes that putt, points. Everybody's like, okay, it's over. So the Mets right now, they seem so comfortable in this spot. They really do. And they get the win. This is definitely the way you beat the Phillies anyway, right? You definitely want to wait until the Nolas and the Wheelers and these guys, the starters, get out. And this bullpen that, look, they added to it. I was feeling really good about the Phillies, 3 months ago. Now, definitely not. I mean, I still picked them to win the World Series. I picked them to win the series in 5. I mean, listen, if the Mets win it, I'm not going to be surprised. They're the hottest team in baseball. Despite a Twitter back and forth last night that apparently was the end of the world to a certain someone who thought I was rude and said, basically that I had to be blocked. So anyway, congratulations. Hope that person feels really good this morning, blocking me on Twitter and saying I was rude for saying something that I said in other content that maybe that person missed during the day. That's all I said. Didn't slam a door in anybody's face, but rude was the description. So the Phillies, 2 hits, 1 RBI from Schwarber. Clemens, pinch hit, 1 hit, 1 RBI. Not going to get it done. Not going to get it done. And the Mets are they're resilient as hell. They are resilient as hell. They're hot as hell. They've been playing like this for a while. Look at the unreal game in Atlanta. Look at the unreal game in Milwaukee. I mean, Pete Alonso's home run there, finally his moment. The unbelievable, think about that Braves, couple inning stretch that was just banana land. And so they've been playing this way, and it almost seems like they love playing this way. And they take a 1-0 lead in Philadelphia. Now, there is a stat out there, and Met fans would be like, and I'm not, again, I'm a numbers guy till I'm not. 73% of road teams historically in the division series, if they win game 1, they win the series. We'll see what happens. But getting 1 in Philly there, monstrous, especially the way Wheeler, had pitched. Meanwhile, in the Bronx, this game was so wild. Classic Yankees, classic what I was worried about with them. They left 11 guys on base. They went 2 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Was not an ideal situation. And I'm going, here it is, right? 1-0 KC. Glaber hits the home run. KC gets 2 right back in the 4th. The Yankees get 2 in the 5th. Cole, of course, gets pulled because Garrett Cole just seems like he's not an ace anymore. And people were hitting me up on the phone, I can't believe it. I disagree with pulling him there and this and that. I'm like, yeah, why? Why do you disagree? You got a day off today. You can absolutely dump out the bullpen, still be rested for game 2. And, oh, by the way, Garrett Cole's going to give it back up again. He is. The dude gives up home runs left and right. So, I was okay with it. Your bullpen has been ready to just spit bullets for days. Weaver's your guy. He proved it again last night why he's been the best reliever for the Yankees the entire year. Clay Holmes was actually effective in this game, and the bullpen shut him down, and the Yankees got what they needed. Now, in this game, here are your main concerns if you're a Yankee person. They were horrendous with runners in scoring position yet again, which they have been forever, right? The last 7, 8, 9, 10 years. They were 2 for 13 with runners in scoring position. They left 11 guys on base. Garrett Cole was awful. Last we checked, it's starting pitching depth. You need an ace. You need bullpen timely hitting. Yankees got away with this one, in my opinion. Aaron Judge, again, continues to be an absolute abomination in October. Nobody listens to me. I keep telling them he still has not delivered his moment in pinstripes consistently. He was horrible last night. He went into the game 1 for 18 against Waka, 11 strikeouts. He was deplorable last night with 3 strikeouts. Deplorable. Horrible swings, getting fooled across the board. Every Royal pitcher, horrible. Your typical stuff from Stanton, your typical stuff from a lot of other guys. How about Juan Soto, though, in the big moments? 3 hits last night was terrific. I'm now moving to the bright side, right? Like Glaber hitting. He makes up for some blunders once in a blue, not all the way. I'm not the biggest Glaber Torres fan. I think he's a lazy ball player. Aaron Judge, these guys, a lot of these guys who didn't hit, brutal. But the decision to start Alex Verdugo worked out for the Yankees. He made a hustle catch. He looked like he controlled left field okay. He worked on it a lot during the week as well, which, might as well wait till the last second to put in all that extra time, huh? But Verdugo, 2 hits and an RBI, and the big one. And, Soto with the 3 hits, Glaber hit. And my guy, Austin Wells. I mean, if anybody follows my Yankees stuff, I was screaming for him back in late March to play a lot more. A lot more. I wanted to see him 120, 30 games at catcher. He's had a great year. He is up for probably second most clutch player on the Yankees, maybe third. I mean, if you're talking regular season, you obviously have to go, Judge Soto, but in the playoffs, right after Soto, who's there? Austin Wells going into October, just because I don't trust Aaron Judge. So just a wonderful, wonderful at bat there where he poked one in right center field. And the Yankees, another positive for them, the bullpen was lights out. Hill, Holmes, Canley, Weaver, tremendous. So good job by the Yankee bullpen, and they are up 1-0. Meanwhile, the Padres and the Dodgers. This series is going to be so unbelievable, so electric. Rivals in the NL West, star power. Tatis did his thing. Shohei Ohtani was absolutely unbelievable last night again. And what's remarkable about the Shohei home run, remember what I just talked about a couple minutes ago? And I'll probably go 15 minutes now. I look at the clock. The elite of the elite, right? They just come out, kick your ass. Or the door's open a little bit. Well, that door was open. The Padres were up 3-0. They set the early tone. They had one of their best pitchers on the mound in Dylan Cease. Now, he ended up running into trouble and got popped for 5 runs, and so he was out after 3 1/3. But what happens in that, bottom of the second inning? Shohei Ohtani happens, and he, does the bat flip, goes banana land, and all of a sudden, you are right back in the game. Your guy brought you back. That's what the great ones do. I don't see Aaron Judge doing that. And Machado hit homer. I mean, again, a tone was set. Tatis and Machado and the energy and the Padres, the fathers, here they come. And Ohtani said, hang on a second. That's the stuff that there's something in these guys and gals who do that stuff, man. There's something in a Caitlin Clark. There's something in a Bree Stewart. There's something in a Ledecky. There's something in a Serena Williams. There's something in a Steffi Graf and, a Sid Crosby and Wayne Gretzky and Jordan and Tiger and Jim Brown and Jerry Rice and Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes and Chris Evert and Billie Jean King. And there's something in those type of play. Annika Sorenstam, right? Jack Nicklaus. There's something in these people. There really is. There really is. Connor McDavid. And I was impressed with the Dodgers' bottom order. When you get people on all the time at the bottom, remember, Shohei hits first. And you have an opportunity then. You can't walk Shohei. And the bottom order of the Dodgers was outstanding. I also was not a big fan of the Xander Bogaerts throw to home. Usually in regular standard, baseball games over 162, you'd say, you get the double play, you give up a run. But in that spot, you're giving up the run to the tune of a two-run lead. I just thought it was a tough spot, right, to get pinned back a little bit more. But then it was zeros from the 6th through the end of the game. And I just really thought that this was a tremendous baseball game. I hope that every game in this series goes this way. Back and forth, rival star power home runs. Ohtani was outstanding. And by the way, the Dodgers, Yamamoto got lit up. He got lit up. And that's a story for a few teams. Garrett Cole, Yankees, Yamamoto and the Dodgers. And, their bullpen was outrageously great. They went Brassier. They went Vesla. They went Phillips, Kopech, and Trinan. And they shut him down. So Trinan looked great last night. So The Dodgers, man, we know how we do. And Freddie Freeman's such a warrior. You can tell he's playing hurt. You can tell the ankle's killing him. He's had so much to deal with this year with his kid and injuries, moving around. The guy just does it. The guy just delivers. He's such a dope player. And that's why, again, I wanted Cashman could have stolen him at that number. And everybody knows I can't stand Brian Cashman. But the few guys, and I'm not saying you have to get every move right. But the guys I've really wanted for position players for the Yankees in free agency or trades, or whatever, Harper, who all he ever wanted was to be a Yankee. Manny Machado was up there. Freddie Freeman, JT Realmuto, these kind of guys. Could you imagine the difference if you had some of those guys instead of Giancarlo Stanton? You know, I mean, obviously would have loved Shohei too, right? You know, but if you had those guys instead of like Stanton and Rizzo, for example, I mean, come on, man, seriously. So good stuff in the DS, man. Really, really good stuff. Now, if you look at the schedule, Major League Baseball, they're going to go. I'm very interested to see what the ratings are going to be today, right? Because you got NFL Sunday, but you've got Philly, New York in the DS in that late NFL window starting at 4:08. So I'm interested to see what the numbers look like there. Philly, New York, big markets. You know, you can't avoid all the football all the time. You know, was really interested to see maybe if baseball would say, let's just not play any of the games on Sundays and Sunday and just, you know, wait until the Monday. But again, like I said, can't avoid it all the time. But it'll be Sanchez and Severino, and it'll be Flaherty and Darvish in the Philly Met game and Dodger Padres. Game 2s today and continuing on Monday. Let's go to Monday. Detroit, Cleveland. It'll be Skubal. Love that guy, man. He'll be the Cy Young winner against Boyd. And then Cole Reagan's going up against Rodon. Reagan's is a tough egg. It's a tough egg for the Yankees. So there you have it. Guardians, Yankees, Dodgers, Mets up 1-0. It's an ML Sports Take here. We're live all across YouTube and Facebook. Glad that you could hop on board. It's all brought to you by our great friends at St. Bonaventure University's online masters in journalism, both sports and digital. Make sure that you log on to sbujournalism.com today and get started. Fill out that free guide. Under 2 years, you can get that master's. It's a great program at sbujournalism.com. Thanks to Stanley Law Offices, RV Source of Central New York, Elevate Fitness of Syracuse, and our great friends over at Ken's Auto Detailing. Now is the time before the winter season. Trucks, cars, vans, you name it. Go get the chrome winter coating at Ken's Auto Detailing, Route 11 in Cicero. If you are in and around Central New York, tell them that the ML Sports Platter sent you. Ken's Auto Detailing, the official detail shop of the Platter. Hey, why not get a detail while you're there as well? Ken's Auto Detailing, a proud ML Sports Platter sponsor. Do want to thank friends of the program as well. You can be a partner friend. Just email me, MikeLSports1979@gmail.com, and I'll tell you how it works. Thanks to the Lewis family, the Swan family, Daryl Abert, John Kilb, Ed and Chris Duty, Bob Lindsley, Dom Cambereri and family, and Craig and Jeanette Elwood, as well as Bob and Adam Groff, and Scott Carey and family. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.